All right, Carlos, Santos is next with KAON. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So check it out.
Oh my God.
Okay, so it's working. Thanks, Bruno. Good presentation, and I'm just gonna sort this one out. Okay, so, well, first of all, good afternoon, and thank you, special thank you for the Purple Fund. Can you hear me well? Because, yeah, it's okay, sorry. I'll project more, because I hear myself. I thought this is the jet lag, but it's not, right? So it's all good. So a big thank you to the Purple Foundation for the opportunity. It's definitely a pleasure to be on this stage or on the Purple Foundation stage once again, driving, this open source and the standardization commitment. Inside KAON, we truly believe on that. And today, we're not going to spend too much time on slides because we don't want to do that. We really want to show what it really means to have a carrier-grade device running a Purple operating system, Purpleware, as it was mentioned today, with all of the elements, and show it to you that it is possible. And this is now the time to really make it happen, right? So, we move from theory to a lot of, integration efforts to something, that operators are really looking for, which is definitely the deployment phase, right? So for that, I'm going to walk you through in 4 slides, and then we're going to the demo, actually. Here we go. So I'm going to touch point today 2 elements. The first one is definitely what does it mean, at least from a KAON perspective, representing here an ODM, what it really means to us. And I'm going to focus in 2 elements. The first one is standardization, and the second one is ecosystem. Okay, there is a third one, awareness, which I really like a lot, so thank you for that, Bruno, which I'm going to bring on the next slide as well. But standardization is definitely very important across different silicons and different access technologies, right? Because we need to support what is on the field. We run business with multiple operators, so we need to support different solutions. Why is this so important for us? We truly believe that standardization, is accelerating time to market, no doubts about it, yeah? And by doing that is also helping to spread volume and reduce costs. I will explain what it means reduce costs for an ODM, right? And why standardization is also something that we defend from an ODM point of view. Additional to this, it doesn't stop here. It's also bring us to an element which I think, actually, I'm surprised that no one touched this element today, which is this efficiency on open source. So run this efficiency as part of a LCA, this lifecycle analysis. It's very important that when it comes to a software development, not looking to the hardware part, we also look into this. So once again, standardization touching these 3 elements to us. The other part of the story is definitely ecosystem, right? So enablement of a carrier-grade preposition. This is what we are doing here. This is what we want to do to achieve and drive efficiency. So once again, we always ask this question from an ODM perspective. I know there are ODMs here. You may agree or not with this statement is, what's the added value from an ODM to really bring this ecosystem and this standardization and being working as part of a Purple Foundation? So we believe that by doing this, we are creating sustainability. And this is a word that everyone is using nowadays, but sustainability from a software point of view. So it gives us the possibility, and we can prove this to you, we have done this, to reuse and recycle code. Be extremely important, and once again linking to the fast time to market, this is definitely something that is part of our concept of circular economy. We from an ODM, we produce hardware, but that hardware needs to be fitting the full ecosystem, and operators are really demanding, this sustainability part. Additional to that, once again, introducing these ecosystem concepts, it allows operators to once again access the same level of innovation and technology. So it gives you the scale, it gives us the scale as well, right? So the fundamental principle here is that when we are contributing software, when we are contributing code, we need to trust in what we are contributing, but we also need to trust what is available on the community. And this is the fundamental that will turn around definitely the game. So once again, there is definitely a solution for this. So second part of the story, the need for the commitment. Sorry, I need to use the iceberg because there is a line for this iceberg, but we have been talking here today about how consumers are looking to the CPE, how connectivity is changing, right? And we are seeing that the CPEs are no longer these black boxes that we put in the customer households. Fundamentally, they will bring additional added values, right, to the consumer, to the operator itself as well. So connectivity is no longer sufficient. We are seeing CPE much more what we call customer-centric or consumer-centric, and depends how you look into it from an operator or from an ODM perspective. And what we truly believe it's going to change is the focus on the smart home. There are different ways of looking into the smart home. You can look the smart home into the services, in terms of the connectivity, in terms of the management. But the point here is really introduce this service element through convenience. So thank you, Bruno, for bringing this new word into the game, because it needs to be convenient, it needs to be easy, it needs to be seamless, right? So Bruno also mentioned it took us 1 day to integrate a service. 1 day, using a stable platform, right? So 1 day, it's definitely something that we should look into it, because it's really driving and differentiating things accordingly. AI and ML, obviously capabilities and enablers. Once again, this is linked to the smart home, in-home connectivity, the changes. This is what is next. This is what is beyond, and probably something what prpl could focus on. We are already focusing on it. We have specific working groups for that, right? But once again, I think these elements need to be all glued together, maybe inside the box of smart home, definitely. And once again, standardization through modularity, right? So it's not just driving a standard product, not bringing an ecosystem, it's really to bring this modularity. You can also pick and choose, you can bring really a device that fits an operator requirements, but we all know that operators are different, so there are different requirements, so this modularity really help. However, once again, not everything is easy. I think the people that really are hands-on, they do agree on that. So we are very focused on the prpl side, right? Obviously, we are bringing these silicons up to the level to be compliant with these low-level APIs, right? And we build it pretty much prplware on top of that. But there is a lot of work that needs to be done still to be carrier grades. And this is what we keep doing, right? Nothing is perfect. And please don't take me wrong, I'm not complaining on stage. Just saying there is work that still needs to be done. It will continuously to be done. However, the principle is very simple. We all need to trust what prpl is giving us so that we can give trust code back. This is, for me, the fundamental part. The question is, do we trust what is out there already? So once again, to finish my pitch here, what is really required is commitment of the community, the partners, and the operators. This is what I call really the handshake. We really need to bring this handshake through these 3 elements, so we really can bring this scale towards prpl, and obviously the global adoption of what we call the open source, open APIs, open standards by the silicons. I keep emphasizing the silicons because they are the start point from a hardware point of view. So we need to create that standardization level, and then what's in the middle, I think, once again, pick and choose the operator and the requirements, and then we are going to definitely drive a solution towards that. For that, as some of you probably know, KAON is enabling a reference platform. That's actually the reference platform here. It will become available very soon to the Purple Foundation. For those that also want to touch base, it's a Cortina Qualcomm-based solution, GPON Wi-Fi 7, right? And I'm actually happy I put heat dissipators because that helmet, Anyway, so I think that's the main message. Following up on what Bruno from Bitdefender was saying, the boost and the reality of this service activation, right? You have the integration phase, and then you have the deployment phase, and you also have the management phase. So what we have done here together was looking from a CPE point of view, fully prplOS, compliant with all of the elements. We brought prplLCM insights. We brought the container with Bitdefender. This platform today is running a 2.2 version. So we will upgrade the version to the 3.x branch. That is something that we are already discussing. But once again, it's to prove about stability and carrier grade. So we also need time to stabilize a platform. We cannot go as fast as a roadmap, right? So I think that is something that I think the team can also support. Bitdefender, once again, we have integrated the IoT agents with all of the functionalities, and this is definitely something that we will be showing case to you. This is just pretty much the LCM sequence flow. This is not new. What probably is new is that we are bringing another element, the App Store elements. Some of us call it controller. Some of us can call it, pretty much the App Store. So there is obviously communication between that controller and the end device. And on top of that, there is communication inside the device. Once again, it's full following prplLCM. We didn't reinvent the wheel. It's operational and working, and I think we all, at least those that have contributed to that, should all be very proud about it. Which is, yeah, I think we are ready for the demo. Thank you.